Three. Hi everyone, welcome back to our podcast In the Left State of Mind. This is Ashmita and
This is Regina.
hope you all are doing well. We want to thank everyone for all the love and support throughout our journey. We're so proud of where we have gotten so far.
Yeah, and thank you for all the love and support. And we are, constantly looking for new ideas to make it more exciting and insightful for all of you guys. And we have something special coming for you guys because we're planning to invite guests and friends to include everyone's experiences and then learn from them too. So
Yeah, we have a very special guest coming really soon. We don't want to
spoil
it yet, but yeah.
But exactly.
So for today's episode, we'll be talking about something that everybody goes through it, but nobody really talks about. It is gonna be about finances.
Yeah, I know money is a taboo topic in different culture, as it was in my household. So we will talk about, everything about money, like the mistakes we made, the lessons we learned, coming to the US as an international student, and, just getting thrown into this whole new world of budgeting, investing, building wealth, and everything in between. And we're still learning. So
Yeah.
I hope this episode inspires you guys to take something out and just be financially wise, right?
The first question I think we want to start with is going to be how much money you think you need. Is there actually an answer on that? Like, how much money do you need for you to be happy, let's say?
Yeah, and I think we grew up like most cultures, they grow up in families. Money is not something that talked about. And then for me, when we used to ask for allowances, my mom used to say, yeah, money doesn't grow on trees, and you need to be really stingy, not stingy, but be careful with what you spend with, and how you handle money. But the question that you put is so right. How much money do you actually need to be happy, to be successful,
Yeah.
So
to answer that question, it's not actually how much, it's actually how you plan to spend it or save it. That's how much money you need.
Yeah.
There's no number. It depends on person.
Exactly, true. And I think a lot of people associate money with happiness, which is true. You don't need money to be happy, but I think money provides opportunities for you where you can really find comfort, And I believe this, having money is a path to, a successful life, because it actually opens doors where you can buy things, where you can donate, where you can actually be fulfilled. So
Yeah.
exactly, right?
Yeah, totally. Tell me about your experience. When you first, let's say when you got your visa, did you get a lecture on how to manage your finances and stuff like that?
From my parents? I think no, because
Just to get a job?
Yeah, just to get a job, and then I was in Mississippi, and then the living wage was really low, and my first job on campus paid me $12.50 an hour, which was really good. It was enough to get through. My rent was, I think, $2.50. Yeah.
Wow.
And I stayed in dorms the first semester, which was really expensive, but then I would have saved more if I had stayed in dorms. But you learn, I learned the lesson, and I would have saved more, but then I found an on-campus job, and still, to tell you, I did not have a saving account. I did not know anything about budgeting. I used to spend a lot in shopping, because when you're first in the US, you want to buy this, you want to buy this. And I think that came from I would not say childhood trauma, but when I was in Nepal, I did not used to go out, I did not used to spend, or I did not used to splurge. So I think that led me to buy a bunch of clothes, makeup, and I hadn't started doing makeup actively then, but I was spending mindlessly, I would say.
Yeah.
And that was my mistake. How about you? Did you get any money lecture from your parents? Or
No, just the same like yours, just to make sure you get a job, make sure you don't do impulsive buying and those stuff. But honestly, I don't even blame them, because the structure of finance is so different than theirs, And then here it's so different that even though, let's say they gave us some advice, it wouldn't have not all of it, but some of it definitely wouldn't have been any help.
Yeah.
For example, they have so many accounts fixed account, whatnot, but it's called so much different here.
Checking
It's just I've never heard about checking account when I was in Nepal.
No?
I mean, I never went to bank myself,
Same.
But even though I know that there's no checking account, right? Yeah, there's no debit card. It wasn't there. At least it wasn't there.
When we were
there was
right?
like in what is that, Nabil Bank? I
Nabil
think they
Bank,
had a debit card. Yeah, but it wasn't like widely used. It was just cash mostly. So I think like due to the like differences and everything, I think they did their best. But yeah,
they did their best.
They didn't like. But it was a part of our job also to do some research, which we did not.
Yeah,
well, I did not at least.
Me neither.
So
me neither.
So we're gonna talk about our experiences and then what we messed up and what we did right.
Yeah, like how we managed finances as an international student.
Yeah.
Because like you said, I did not research my own part about like the exchange, the money exchange. And then when we were coming here, the bank, I think I did through Siddhartha Bank, so they said, okay, this is the account number to wire the money at that time, like 7 years ago. But now like you can directly transfer it through World Remit, or like there's
a lot of different.
Yeah, and even now, like, I think people use like credit card, debit card in Nepal, but back then, like, we were totally unknown. So things have changed, and times have changed, and I think that took, I think I started really looking into my checking, savings, and investments when I moved to Texas. And even then, I was like spending, I had a job, but then I was like spending mindlessly, like impulsive buying and stuff, like going out. A lot, like Ubering, because we didn't have a car, and there's no public transport in Texas, so I think that's one of the mistakes. And then, how do you feel about using credit cards? Like when did you start opening the credit
cards? I think I had my aunt here who have been here for a while, so I knew that we needed a credit card. Though I didn't know like how it worked and everything. Just to give you like a little disclosure, guys, we're not financial advisors by any means.
Yes,
so just if we say anything that does not like resonate to you, just take it by the grain of salt and just just maybe you can put down in comments what we messed up or what we could have done better. That's always appreciated. But please don't come attacking.
Because I'm like, oh, Ashita said that, or Gina said that. No, this is just like a platform for us to share our experiences and then get back.
So let's start with like, how about, let's say you come here first time as an international student. What are the things that you need to consider? Like, what is the money going to be going into?
Like in terms of finances? I think,
in terms of finances.
I think the first thing I would say is to get a credit card, which helps you to build credit, but also like do your own research, like what's the interest rate, and then what kind of bonus or rewards you get, and not apply it to too many credit cards. Because you know what I think I would have done when I was in Mississippi or when I started learning about money? I wish I had applied to those flight, the travel cards, credit cards. Because I love traveling, but I haven't traveled that much. And during my times when I flew back and forth within the States, I have flown through like Frontier, Alaska, but then I don't have like a travel credit card. And then I didn't know you could like collect points and then use those points. So I wish I had done that. So I think the first thing is like get a credit card, but really learn about like the interest rate, and then I think secured credit card is what it's called. To build your credit.
But most of like all the credit cards, you at least need to be 18.
Oh yes.
And most of the students who come here, they are barely 18 or like they're not 18 yet. So in terms about, let's say, cash that you bring, right? How would you like separate it bucket wise?
Like paying rent, buying groceries, and then like if you're a student, like you need money to buy notebook or like basic school stuff, and also just like those basic needs. I think that's the main thing, like rent, groceries, your own like personal care needs like makeup, clothes. I think that makes up 20% when you break it down.
Probably more than that. I mean, make your personal stuff. Maybe 20%. I would, same. I would say like make sure you meet your basics first. Like Regina said, like rent, food. What else is there? Like all your basic hygiene needs. So those are supposed to be your first priority, and also of course your student tuition fees. That's what you came for, so you have to. So those two, plus I think a little bit of savings too, right? I think those are the 3 buckets that needs to be separated before you start just aggressively spending everywhere.
That's right. Because I know a lot of people like pay a lot in rent, you know, and I mean we rent in the U.S. like if you don't have a house, so like being really careful on like how much you're going to spend on rent, and then cutting down on costs too.
Yeah.
Like just sitting down with yourself, and I started using like the Excel or spreadsheet, but I don't use it that much now because you know I used to keep like a physical journal. So I think doing that, and then savings. In terms of savings, I think we're gonna cover on how we have started, you know, saving as like investment and stuff. So I think those are the main buckets when you see, okay, like what do I need to do in terms of like managing finances, and then asking for help when needed too.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
There are tons of resources online, but just being careful of like who you're listening to, and just pick one or two people to listen to. Like don't go listen to a bunch of people, and then, you know, because everyone has different to say. So like,
exactly, yeah. And then like Regina said, like credit card is going to be so important in America. Honestly, half of the world runs on credit card. I just did a research. It was like 47% people are in debt, credit card debt, right? But also, credit is one of the most important thing in America.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have credit, you can buy a car, you can buy a house,
Rent.
you can do anything. So building a credit is the important thing, I would say.
Yeah, and also, right? Like you said, building credit, and then starting to like check your credit score. I think through Experian, or like there's a bunch of stuff. Credit
Karma.
Yeah, Credit Karma. Credit Karma, Experian, and then just getting out of debt. You know, like don't accumulate too much on your credit card and just miss the payments, or like not make the monthly payments. That's also something we're gonna cover on our personal mistakes. But also, like when you said about like buying stuff for you, there's this method that you came out, you know, like 1 in 1 out method.
Yeah, 1 in 1 out method.
Like,
that's like the best method.
Seasonal cleaning.
Seasonal cleaning and stuff like that. I do want to say about credit card. You know, like how in Nepal there's no like, it's not popular to get a credit card, right? Yeah. And then once you hear this word like credit card, you're so excited. You feel like it's free money, which is not, which is gonna like bite you in your back later on if you don't treat it well.
Yeah.
So do you have any experiences like you want to share about your credit card nightmares or credit card disaster that happened to you?
Yeah, there's a lot, or like not a lot, but when I started like applying to credit cards, I was not aware of, you know, like how to use it, or like how to make monthly payments. I didn't even know like if you make monthly payments, they don't charge you interest, which I was not doing. I just used to pay like $50 a month, like to the credit card, when I was using like $300-$400. Can you believe this? And then, and then I put like my whole 1 semester fee in one of the credit cards, and I stopped using credit cards a year ago. So I'm trying to pay most of my credit card balance through this consolidation company, and then I shared it with you too. So I think that's what I'm doing. I just use one credit card, but I try to pay off the balance every month so that I don't rack up interest. So I think that's one mistake I did, and I would not recommend anyone doing that.
Like putting your tuition fees in there?
Yeah, tuition fees in there, or like just going over the balance and not paying the total balance. And also like I was getting charged 25% on my credit card.
Yeah, the interest is crazy on their credit card. One mistake what I see people do is they think that the credit card, like whatever the limit is on the credit card, it's their backup.
Yeah.
It is not. It's not your backup. You only use what you can afford.
Yeah.
If you have that much cash, let's say for tomorrow, if you have to pay everything, you should be able to pay it off. That's how much you're going to use your credit card, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And the another thing with the credit card would be making sure you pay in full every month. That's going to help you. You wouldn't want to miss your payment even once, because your payment history is it carries the most weight calculating your credit score. So that's also something that you need to be careful about.
Yeah.
Another thing, there are a lot of credit things. Maybe we'll make another episode about credit cards.
Yeah, that's right. That's
good. But my nightmare with credit card was, you know, like when you go to the stores, they'll be like, oh, you can get this much % discount if you apply for the credit card today. Yeah. You're new there, you don't know what credit card is about. You hear the discount, and you just like end up applying everywhere.
Oh yes, I think
That's how it hit my credit for a minute, but but that's something that we must be aware of.
Yeah, I know. Good thing you brought that up, because I was the same too, I think. And then I think now we are more aware, like, oh, we don't need that because we don't want credit. When you hear the credit, I'm like, no, thank you. I'm good. But do you like check your bank balance or like statements monthly? How do you feel about opening up your bank account? Because I know most people don't know how to read it.
I started like slowly, but before, no, I did not at all.
Me too.
Yeah, that's something that I learned as well, that you need to check your statements every month.
Yeah.
Whether it's like electronically or in paper. I prefer paper. I'm so old-fashioned that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you check your balances?
Yeah, now I do. And I heard like like if you go to your bank account, and then I started like you start visualizing the money coming in. That was one of our biggest like visualization technique. But yeah, I do electronic because I don't like paper. But yeah, I started doing
saving the
environment.
Okay.
Go electronic, guys.
No, it's good. It's good. Not just the balances. You have to go through each and every transaction. You never know. You never know who's going to charge you twice. It has happened to me actually a couple of times, and I didn't realize for so long, and it was already like past 6 months or something, and I couldn't, it couldn't even like, it was a mess. But
oh my god, yeah,
there are like instances where you don't realize what's on your credit. Like like I saw this like stories and stuff. It says about how they were getting charged for a subscription that they don't even use, and you don't even realize that it's there.
Exactly.
So checking your statement is like a very, very crucial thing.
Also, I was gonna say, like you said, we need to check our bank account. But one time, what happened? We were getting gas at a gas station, and then they charged me $120 when in fact we got gas like $50. And I was like, why are they charging me $120? And then my partner said, oh, that's just the hold they put. And I was like, $120? We didn't even get gas. So I think it's really important to check.
Yeah.
I don't know if
and you made sure you got your back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I made sure.
Yeah, see, for things like that, what if like she thought it was just a hold and then just ignored it and never got her money back?
Exactly.
That's like double of what you did, right? So yeah.
Exactly. That's
And I think like another thing is making a good use of financial advisors.
Oh yeah.
Most people think that financial advisors, like in any bank you go, like Bank of America, Chase, everywhere, there are financial advisors. I know that they work with investments, but their job as a financial advisor is not only investments. You can also like, if you have certain funds in your account and you don't know how to use it, maybe ask them. They're the experts, right? So taking a good use of them, not being shy, just go with it. Just ask them for help.
Okay. Because I had this not different view, but, like because I thought, okay, financial advisors are someone who just take commission out of you, stuff. But good to know, like this opened up my mind. And I don't make use of the financial advisors because I don't go to the banks in person. And I think one thing that happened to me when I moved to Texas was I found this online job and I got scammed. So I could not open up an account with Bank of America because they blocked my account. So I think gradually I started building up credit by opening up my account in like smaller institutions, and then now it's like finally getting better. But at the time, if you see any online job, like sending you money or stuff, don't accept scam checks. Be very careful of what jobs you apply to or like what kind of transaction you're doing online. So one of my friends almost got scammed too. Same online job, and I told her like, no.
Where'd you find those jobs? Like Craigslist?
I don't know where we found out from. I think it was like an online ad. Probably an online ad. Yeah, but now we know. So, exactly. And what do you think, because I know money mindset is huge, like do you think you have a good relationship with money? Like do you need to have certain kind of, values about money? Like how did that play to who you are now, like growing up and stuff?
I think money is a very big part of my life. Yeah. I do like money, so
we love money. We're not shy.
I love this way more. Yeah. But right now I feel like I know how to manage it better than how I was before. So even though if I have the same amount, I would be a little more happier because I know how to use it, where it's gonna go. I know what's happening with my finances.
Yeah.
So I think it makes me a little more comfortable than before. So overall, I say my relationship with finance is always gonna be how do I say it? Like improving. Though it's never like gonna be perfect because circumstances happen and then this and that. But I think it's improving.
That's
How about
true.
yours? What do you think?
Yeah, I think same with me because growing up, I thought, oh, you should not spend too much. You basically like I thought, okay, money doesn't grow on trees, so you have to be very mindful of like where you spend. But now I think you can, money, like saving money is not the only way to build wealth, but you have to find other ways of like adding extra sources of income to your job or like doing side hustle, investing. So I think my money mindset has really improved too, and then my relationship with money is like getting better. And I like you said, we love money, and I think a lot of people not hate, but they're like, oh, only rich people can have money, and it's like a taboo topic. But we are working to break those generational trauma and then build generational wealth. So right now I think I want to build wealth for my younger generations too, not only for myself, so, and that ties to how we got into investing, even though we're just getting into it, right?
When we say money, it's not just like, we're not just talking about cash, we're talking about total assets basically, right?
I think I heard one of the talks from Jay Shetty, and then he was interviewing this guy. His name is he's Minority Mindset on YouTube, but he was saying like one of the best tips or advice on building money is like invest on assets, not liabilities. And I think what that means is like invest on courses, invest on things that will give you higher return than investing on like
Exactly.
liabilities.
Like, your assets are very important.
And how do you feel about, I think we were talking about like buying luxury stuff for ourselves, how people like buy clothes and invest in all these fashion goods just to impress others rather than impressing yourself. How do you feel about that, like personal purchase?
I don't want to say I feel stupid about it, but
it's just our own.
If you can afford, go for it. I love branded stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I am one of those that goes to buy branded stores, like if I can, but only if I can afford. I don't necessarily hate the like non-branded stuff. I'll buy whatever I feel like it's good, right? But I don't think like if just to show others off, that's kind of stupid. No one really cares. No one's gonna remember if you had a Chanel bag or not. Like I don't know, but I do like branded, but I'm not like that person that I can afford but I'll still get branded. I'm not that kind of person.
True.
What do you think about, like, what are your thoughts?
I think the same too, because I think those luxury brands, they're an investment, because if you like it and it's just a one-time thing, I would say go ahead and buy it, and then you can resell it in the longer run. So I think of an investment. But in terms of like vehicles and stuff, I don't know about that, because that's a big purchase. And for people buying it, I don't mind, but just buy what you can afford, like there's a saying in Nepali, Kati so like just buy what you can afford, and just if that makes you happy, then just buy it. But also one in, one out rule. If you are buying it, then give it away, like donation, right?
Definitely not just to impress others. No one is going to care, literally no one. But you know what, I actually feel a little bit weird about buying branded makeup products. Like makeup expires in like 6 months. I didn't know that until today, but I wouldn't buy I don't want to be like banned from the branded sites, but buying a Charlotte Tilbury foundation for how much, like $80, $70, whatever that is, rather than buying something like, what was it, Elf Glow something, same product, not same, but like dupes. I get like, I watch those shorts where it shows you like dupes and stuff. So that's how I learned. I'm like, okay, I don't think it's worth it. So just be mindful.
Also like,
just because it's branded is not good.
And then also, if you're buying branded, just be careful of the products, like just buy, because I know like makeup free skin is really good for your skin, and just make sure your skin breathes, so just be mindful of the products that you're using, and what kind of chemicals, toxic stuff there are in the products, right? So I wanted to ask you, like, when you came here to the US from Nepal, did you compare, the rupees to dollars, or like convert currency?
I think I still do it, like especially like for making big purchase, like to buy a sofa. I'm like, oh, $500. That's like what, 50,000? Oh my god, like it still happens, which is not good because it's different. But I don't know. It's kind of, I shouldn't do it. Do you do it?
Yeah, I used to do it, not anymore. My mom used to do it. So just to give you a context, I think one US dollar equals
110, I think, somewhere like that.
It's like 113 now. 115,
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh god.
So like the currency of where we are, like from Nepal, is like smaller than US. So when we were here, we would be like, comparing the rent, comparing the groceries, comparing like the clothes,
Exactly.
like everything we used to purchase, like we used to compare and convert it to like the currency back home. So but now we do it less because we are making more. 130.
So we were so wrong. So $1 is 130.92 cents.
Wow, we're so off.
When I first got here, it was like 90 something. I remember.
Really?
Yeah, and it went up so bad. Like, so during my interview, it was like 90 something, and during Sohail's interview, it was like 102 or something like that. It went up so fast.
Oh, because I think you came one semester before me.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was 112 when I came.
So it was around 90s. It almost touched 100, but it was not 100 yet.
Wow, I'm shocked. Yeah, so I used to do that a lot, but not anymore. And I think, like making my parents, explain about, and like stop. I used to say, Mom, stop comparing. Like, there's no use because we're making money in dollars now. So
yeah,
exactly.
So moving on, let's talk about investments. How do you think, like a newcomer here from Nepal or like from any other country, how should they start investing? Or like investing as in like savings, investing, same thing. So
so I think I would say to start a savings account first of all. If you don't know anything about
it's like investing in yourself.
Yeah, it's like investing in yourself. Like start, direct depositing like 25 or 50 bucks a month. That's a lot. And if you're working, then do like a quarter of your paycheck to your savings account. And I think a lot of people do or open savings account with high interest,
high yield savings account.
Which is hard, But even though you find a good one, then just start opening savings account like Charles Schwab or Fidelity, right? They offer
anything. Just go with any kind of savings account at this point, right? And then, like she said, automatic deposits of like a little bit, like $25 a month or $25 a week, $50, $100, as much as you can. I would say, like, if it's an auto pay, sometimes you won't even notice that it's already going in there, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe like when you get a job, like directly deposit a certain portion of it to your savings. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know. Yeah, and then that stops you from or like if you set up a direct deposit, that you don't have to go and then transfer the account. The app directly does it for you. So I think that's one first step. And then if you want to get into investing, like stock investing, I would highly recommend, I don't know, for me I started with like Robinhood, and that was the main investing app I used.
Yeah, Robinhood. There are a lot. Robinhood, Weibo, and I think they have their own financial advisors too. I don't know for sure, but do check it out. There's also this very nice website, Nerd Wallet.
Oh,
it's like very easy. It lets you like compare different banks and stuff. Oh, and also do take a look into credit unions. Most people tend to avoid it, but actually they have a really good products and stuff. Because I feel like, working in bank, I feel like banks are so salesy rather than credit unions are not so salesy. It's actually for the community. So it's better to get like a second opinion with the credit union too.
Exactly, and that's something I've like looked into, and also like researching because there are tons of resources. Like I know certain nonprofits that provide like free financial education to get started in investing, and then they offer like free one-on-one consultation and stuff. So just looking into that and just asking help with your peers, friends, and just asking for financial guidance on how you can get started into investing. I think that's that. And also, like, if you have a job, maybe double check with them if they have a 401k option.
IRAs,
Yeah,
Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs. There's so many things that you can invest on, not just like savings account. It says that with the inflation and whatnot going on, savings accounts actually not very good, right?
Really?
With the inflation rate of like, and how much is inflation rate right now? 9%? I don't know.
10%.
Yeah. But then like that versus your savings account only giving you like 5%, you know? You're still losing. Like in the long run, you're still gonna lose. Not as much as if you don't put it in the savings account at all. But if you have 401k, that's like, you don't even have to worry about investing yourself because your advisor at your job is already investing with that 401k
That's
money,
so nice,
right?
yeah.
So 401k, and also the other thing would be like if you work in a very like corporate environment, they also offer like HSA, FSA for your health. You know,
Okay,
you can
savings
get
account.
like a tax deduction. There are a lot of ways to go into it.
Yeah, just like exploring the resources and tools that you can have and not being scared to ask, because like we were not scared to ask about like investing or like savings account, and we exchange resources, and I think that's the best way to start. Because it's not about spending, and not a lot of people talk about saving, investing, and building wealth. So I think that's one of the main pathways that you can do or like go route. And I also read this book, and also reading books on finances or money. There's tons of books like Rich Dad Poor Dad.
I heard that book is really good. I haven't read it, but okay.
I've not read it either, but one of my friends did. And then what's that? Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and then The Psychology of Money by Morgan Hill or something, and then Nicole Lapin's Miss Independent. I think that book was the one, because it's written from like an independent woman perspective, so it's really empowering, and that's where I learned about Roth IRA, interest rates, managing money, stuff like that. So highly recommend just expanding your mind, and because they don't teach this in college.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we didn't learn this in college.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, I took Finance 101, and did they teach us that? No. Sorry, but I did learn about interest rates. It was like Finance 101. Finance you on.
I'm actually learning about bonds and stocks right now. I don't want to explain anything because I don't know very well. It was about like something to do with taxes stuff. I am not interested in tax. I don't know about tax. Not a very good person. You would be the go-to for tax and everything. Your partner works in tax, so
I still I'm learning. So we're not gonna cover that because we don't know that much. So we're just sharing what we learned, what we have learned, what we know, and then any financial tips, advice, tricks, resources, if you guys have, then please let us know in the comments, and anything else you want to add?
No, but I do want to highlight the resources one more time. The first thing would be the books that she just recommended. Myself, I'm not a really book person, even though I have so many books. I'm just what is it called? Hoarder?
Oh yeah, book hoarder.
Big hoarder. I'm a very book hoarder, but definitely if you are a book person or a bookworm. What's a book person?
Book nerd.
Bookworm, right?
Yeah, bookworm.
Yeah, if you're a bookworm, definitely check this book out. Also, if you're like me, you can check out Audible. You can listen to it while you're doing your stuff. There are tons of finance book available. I'm pretty sure the book she mentioned is also there.
I think so.
So yeah, I know the Think and Grow Rich is there because I'm listening to that one right now. So definitely check it out. Also, I would also recommend websites like Nerd Wallet.
Oh yes.
There's also something called Balance Finance. Do check them out as well. In addition, I think there's also a lot of podcast channels as well. Like Vivian, Your Rich BFF.
Oh yeah.
I don't know her channel's name. Rich Money Minus, something like that. Yeah, but do check her out. She's actually really good too.
She's really good.
Who else do we have?
There's Immigrant Finance or something. She's like an immigrant money coach, and then I think there's another one.
For the credit cards, there is this Point Guy. His channel's name is Point Guy. He doesn't talk about like goods and bads of the credit card. He just goes over like what credit cards give what kind of points and then how to use it. It's really useful.
Okay.
So do check him out as well.
Yeah, and then Minority Mindset on YouTube. He's really good. And also, I think a lot of like entrepreneur podcasts are really good, and they give you money mindset tips. And if you want like the spiritual, the money mindset tips, I think Manifestation Babe is really good. Yeah, so I think those are the resources that we have on also just tapping into your community, nonprofits that offer, you know, free one-on-one consultations. So I would highly recommend you to look in your zip code or your area in the US where you are based in, just to ask for help, because a lot of organizations offer free financial advice.
Exactly.
And will help you get started on your financial journey. And that's something that
all of it. Just go to your bank, ask for you need a consultation with financial advisor. They're not going to say no. They're going to be so happy that you came to them. You know, it's their job, so make them busy.
So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to our episode about finances. I hope you guys took lessons and took something out of this episode where you can be financially literate and also take steps towards owning and managing your finances and also building generational wealth. Yeah.
Exactly. Let us know if you guys want more content like this. We can definitely talk about whatever you guys want, like a savings or credit card. We can definitely touch it a little bit more than here. So yeah, do let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, and thank you for all the love and support. If you guys have any resources, comments, and feel free to share this to a friend who needs help in their financial journey. And also make sure to check it out again on YouTube and Spotify and spread the love. Thank you so much, guys. Stay tuned.
Bye.